Tired of playing well but not winning? Think you're better than the people in your bracket? While it may be difficult to rise in MMR, earning money is easy. Just register on tryhard.gg and make money based on your performance. Get paid to carry your team.
Over the 9 long and storied years of Dota 2, we've seen plenty of emotional and triumphant moments that define the esport. The euphoria that a great Dota 2 match or moment can give fans is second to none. But there are also those few moments that stir up our deepest emotions, whether they're feelings of joy and triumph or those of sadness and heartbreak. This beautiful game has delivered many emotional moments over the years. Here's our top 5. Speed Gaming's triumph at MLG Columbus 2013. Fewer stories evoke more emotion than the story of an underdog. Speed Gaming's run at MLG Columbus 2013 has become legendary thanks to the unbelievable odds they had to overcome and persevere to taste glory. It all began right before the International 3, when the eventual champions Alliance kicked Eternal Envy from their team, costing him his shot at the Ages of Champions. Many would have been shattered when something like that transpired, but Eternal Envy didn't give up. He persevered and he put together a team alongside Pylai Dai, AUI 2000, Sing Sing and Bone 7, forming Speed Gaming and steadily made his way to MLG Columbus 2013, their first premier tournament and one of the biggest lands of 2013. However, they were affected by setback after setback right from the get-go. Bone 7's visa was declined and hence he had to bring in a complete rookie, RTZ, who was just a pub star to replace him. Then, their flights got delayed, the buses were delayed and they arrived at the tournament out of shape and sleep deprived. As a result, they had a disastrous day 1, losing 3 games on the trot and were on the brink of elimination. But like always, Eternal Envy and Speed Gaming persisted. They won 5 games in a row to get themselves to the semi-finals, where they would trounce their opponents 2-0 to book a place in the finals against Team DK. Team DK was a team of all-stars. 5 of the most mechanically skilled and accomplished players in the East. Everyone expected them to crush Speed Gaming in the finals. But the fan favorites held their ground. Against all odds, they managed to topple Team DK and become the champions, proving that Dota will always remain as a game where hard work and determination can and will pay off. Bulba and Team Liquid's incredible upset over LGD Gaming. Back in 2013, the NA region was considered as the weakest among them all. Time and again, NA teams would disappoint fans in the biggest Dota 2 tournaments as they were constantly dominated by European and Chinese teams who ruled the Dota 2 scene at the time. One man changed it all in just one game. It happened at TI3. The Chinese juggernauts LGD Gaming were knocked down to the lower brackets and were set up to go against Team Liquid. The stakes were certainly high. The winners would secure over $40,000 in prize money and a shot at making their way to the finals. The losers? Nothing. What should have been an easy victory for the Chinese squad quickly turned into something else altogether. The picks were fairly standard for LGD Gaming, who turned towards a traditional late-game lineup against Team Liquid's aggressive game plan featuring Bulba's signature clockwork. While LGD Gaming got off to a strong start in the early game, one of the best individual performances we've ever seen on a TI stage, Bulba had a legendary game, picking apart LGD Gaming bit by bit by bit, and gave Liquid a chance. Liquid didn't squander this opportunity and secured one of the most iconic wins on a TI stage with a clutch team fight.
No, he says, I don't want in. He backs up, hooked again, and decision from Yao. RP is there, but not good enough. Skewering Bulba back. There's another RP, but he's gripped. He's gripped and he's down. And LGD are being overrun in the shadow of their own. The throne's gonna start dropping soon. Tier 4's to fall. One's down. One to go for Liquid. LGD could be going home. Now another home.
He's gonna delay another 2-man comp, and now Sylar needs to fight. Does he have 20 seconds? Will there be 20 more seconds? I'm not sure. Sylar going for DC. They do get DC, but look at
Throne's low. Throne's almost dead. Not yet. Sylar to fall. Liquid are doing it. They're gonna take it. LGD China are going home.
Oh my god.
And Bulba is on his feet. Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
Kuroky's dream comes true. Coming into TI7, Kuroky had never won the international, despite being a fixture at every one of them. His best finish was at TI3 with Navi when they came second. But outside of that, his next best finish was 7th to 8th. He was always ever so close, but yet so far away when it came to claiming the Ages of Champions. But he never gave up. He put together a team of all-stars, featuring Matumba Man, Miracle, Mind Control and Bulba to take another shot at glory. Somewhat unexpectedly, this team underperformed quite heavily. It seemed like Kuro was destined to not be a TI champion. Ultimately, Bulba stepped down from the starting roster and the team picked up a relatively unknown flashy pub player as his replacement, GH. This was a last-ditch gamble.
GH maroon mud hair all the way from Lebanon with the great hummus. With the great hummus, Lebanese hummus. Have you ever had some hummus?
No, never in my life.
Oh my god, is it?
Steadily clawing their way out of the trenches, Team Liquid arrived at TI7 as a battle-hardened favorite. It was Kuro's final combat. After a red-hot group stage, Liquid faltered against Invictus Gaming and Kuroky was backed into a corner. On more than one occasion, he had forged a team from scratch to make it to TI, only to be struck down at each attempt. But this time the Dota gods favored him. Kuroky took this low moment and turned it into motivation for the team.
Dude, all this shit because of one series we lost?
I know, but like...
It's better, you fuck! It's better to play a lower bracket. Yeah, we got a lot of practice in. Yes. We learned a lot. I learned a lot. So that's nice. Upper brackets for bitches! Yeah!
He inspired and commanded Team Liquid into making the longest ever lower bracket run at TI history to finally get himself to the grand finals. With the Aegis in his grasp, Kuroky didn't waver at the slightest, claiming a 3-0 victory, finally fulfilling his dreams and hoisting the Aegis of Champions. OG's Retribution. OG was born from the friendship of two of the closest mates in the Dota 2 world, Fly and No-Tail. A friendship that preceded Dota 2, dating back to Heroes of New Earth. A friendship that had withstood the test of time, secured 4 Valve majors, and had endured 2 failed attempts at the Aegis. However, on the 28th of May, this union was shattered as Fly left OG and No-Tail to join Evil Geniuses just 1 month before the TI8 qualifiers. This was a move that, with the benefit of hindsight, many would have called a betrayal. Yet No-Tail and the rest of OG did not give up. Picking up their former carry Anna and Finnish pub star Topson, they demolished their way into TI8 with a stunning 23-3 record and not dropping a single series in the European qualifiers. But even then, almost the entire Dota 2 community considered OG as underdogs. Many even expected them to finish in the last place. However, OG surprised Dota 2 fans all over the world once again. They played relatively well in the group stages to make their way into the winner brackets. Once there, OG played like a team possessed. They knocked down BGJ Storm in the first round.
Off on the side, Thompson with the BKB out, punching people down. They find 2 kills. That's GG. OG on in the up bracket.
To set up a clash against their former friends, now arch rivals, Fly and the rest of Evil Geniuses. After an epic, emotional rollercoaster of a match, No-Tail would finally have his revenge, bringing down Fly and EG 2-1 to move on to the winners bracket final.
OG win the series 2-1. What again? Evil Geniuses knocking EG down to the lower bracket. OG will move 1 step closer to the Aegis.
OG and No-Tail would then make it to the TI Grand Finals for the first time in their history by beating PSG LGD in one of the biggest comebacks in TI history. In a rematch in the Grand Finals, OG and PSG LGD went toe-to-toe, blow for blow in one of the most closely contested series in the Dota 2 history, pushing the fight for the championship to a Game 5. No-Tail and OG would end up prevailing over the Chinese side and secured the championship in one of the most emotional and heartwarming TI wins ever. Sheever's story. Thanks to her charming personality, talent at casting and sheer dedication to the game, Sheever was one of the most genuinely loved figures in the Dota 2 scene. She was an omnipresent part of the scene ever since TI 2012.
Hi, so how are you spending your time in Seattle so far if you're not gaming?
Masturbating.
Sorry?
Masturbating.
And became one of the most prolific on-screen personalities in the Dota 2 community. So when she revealed on her Twitch channel that she has breast cancer, the community was obviously devastated.
Well, I have breast cancer. It hasn't spread. It will take a while to recover from it, starting on chemo on Thursday.
One of our own was facing a life-threatening situation. Fans, players, fellow personalities, and even Gabe Newell himself immediately offered their unconditional support and completely believed that she would kick cancer's butt.
And they're from Valve! It's actually Gaben! Holy shit! That's so cute!
They believed that for her, cancer was just another hurdle to climb. Sheever pulled through. She fought back hard and even returned to the Dota 2 scene to host TI 2017 in the middle of our chemo sessions.
Also, because my situation is a little bit unique, I am taken care of really well here by Valve, so absolutely amazing. I got a suite, a bit of a different room.
A year passed and Sheever returned to host the TI 2018 as well. There, Valve released a video detailing her fight against cancer, where she gives us a deeper look into her state of mind and how she has dealt with the cancer diagnosis. It's an emotional ride and it's difficult to watch, but it highlights just how much of an inspiration Sheever is and has been to many in her fight. Just after the video aired at TI 8, we saw Sheever surrounded by many of the talent team who supported her. This moment was just as emotional as the video and was a heartwarming segment to watch, as it showed how much of a family the Dota 2 community actually is, bringing tears to the eyes of many. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.